Now that we have a transformational premium offer, that could be a 6-week program, that could be an 8-week program, that could be a 12-week program. Yeah, that could be a body transformation program. Let's call it like this. Or now that we have more premium memberships, instead of charging $150 for just exercising, now we charge $250 for exercising and nutrition, or $350 for exercising, nutrition, and accountability mindset coaching. In order to enroll those people into more premium programs or memberships, we're gonna need to have a 1-hour one-on-one consultation with your current members first, because you know them, right? It's gonna be easy, no pressure. They're your buddies already. And then we'll do that with the old leads, right? And then later on, you can also do that from cold leads from social media. I'm not gonna teach you that in that 5-day challenge. That would be part of the paid program. But basically, yeah, we need a 1-hour one-on-one consultation. This consultation has to be private, meaning that you can do that in a corner of the gym where other people can listen to the conversation. It's kind of like going to the doctor, right? When you go to the doctor, what you're saying to your doctor is private. You don't want anyone else to know what's going on, right? Here it's gonna be the same. So basically, you're gonna want to wear your doctor hat, right? And it's gonna be first a diagnosis, and then you're gonna give them a prescription, just like a doctor. Diagnosis, then prescription, okay? So it means that at the gym, you will need a space, a room to do that. That would be private. If right now you're in a lockdown, you would do that online on Zoom, no problem. You can do that from home, or you can do that from a private space. That's cool. If you do that at the gym, create a space, clean a room, even if you have, let's say, a messy room, a small messy room, put 2 chairs, a table, even better if you can have 2 comfortable sofa, right? I would also highly recommend that you have a body composition analyzer for this also during that consultation. So here I'm just gonna show you what I mean by a body composition analyzer. It doesn't have to be super fancy. You don't really need a super fancy in-body. At the beginning, if you don't have a lot of cash, then you generate a bunch of cash, right? But at the beginning, if you don't have a lot of cash, what I would recommend is that you get the cheap device from InBody. It's precise enough, it's good enough. It's not the best, but if you go here, you go to products, and then you go to consumer. It's designed for consumer, not really for professionals, but that's good enough. You go to InBody H20N, and you get this, right? It's $349, and you get 6 points. How do they call that? Forgot how they call it. 6 electrodes. Yeah, electrodes, I believe.
Yeah, six points of contact.
Right, points of contact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sense? Start with that and create a room that is private, that is comfortable, where you can make coffee or tea or give some cold water, right? Make it comfortable. They're gonna spend a whole hour with you. You want it to be comfortable for you. You want it to be comfortable for them as well, and you want it to be private. Any questions about this so far? Make sense? Why do we do a 1-hour one-on-one consultation? Well, the first reason for that is that now you're not going to have a one-size-fits-all program. You're not going to have a cookie-cutter solution anymore. Now you're going to tell them, hey, I have programs from 6 weeks up to a whole year. Also, we have different tiers. Some will need the nutrition help, some won't. Some will need the mindset support, some won't. And so you're going to have different tiers, right? Maybe you want to go really premium, also you want to help, let's say, with blood tests and hormone optimization. Maybe you do that, right? Some will need that, some won't. So it's not like you have a one-size-fits-all solution. Therefore, if, let's say, your old leads, we're gonna reach out to them tomorrow, yeah? If, let's say, your old leads would tell you what's the price, or even your current clients would tell you what's the price, you're gonna say, hey, I have no idea. We need to do that 1 hour, one-on-one consultation so that I can first make sure that you are fit for one of the programs. And if you're a fit for one of the programs, which one? Right now, I have no idea what the price is for you. Come to the one-on-one consultation. Would you be available tomorrow at 6 p.m.? Okay? No more one-size-fits-all solution. That's the first reason why we do a 1 hour consultation. Second reason for that is also to protect your tribe, right? To protect your community. If you invite people that don't have the right mindset, it's going to be like a virus. They're going to spread that wrong mindset to everybody else. You only want to invite people with the right mindset, the ones that are here to crush it, the ones that are coachable, the ones that are committed to reaching their goals, committed to reaching their dreams, right? You want people that have a killer mindset, right? Winners. You don't want losers, right? So now you're gonna have the choice to pick your best clients, your ideal clients. And third reason is that it's good to have a heart-to-heart conversation at least once with your clients so that you really get to know their struggles, so that you really get to know their dreams, so that you really get to know them. And so it's not just surface level. Now you go deep with them. What's cool is that if you do that at the beginning, it's gonna help you for a fucking long time, for a very long time. It's gonna help you already on that first consultation with your retention. Because now you had that one-on-one heart-to-heart conversation. Now you have a bond. Make sense? So right away at the beginning, first conversation, you're already optimizing for your retention, right? And the last reason is that when you go deep with their struggles, when you go deep with their dreams, now they can see that there is a huge gap between their hell that they are into and their heaven they want so bad, right? There is a massive gap. And you're just gonna tell them if they qualify and only if they qualify, right? That you are that bridge, right? Between hell and heaven. You are the solution. Make sense? So that's why we do a one-on-one consultation for a whole hour. You're gonna tell me, yeah, it's a long time. Sure, it's a long time, but then you enroll them on a much premier body transformation program or a much premium membership, and you also optimize your retention. So it's a nice investment. It's only 1 hour. It's really worth it. Make sense? Any questions? So I already told you about the doctor mindset. I'm just gonna tell you about another mindset to adapt before starting this conversation. And then I'm gonna show you the structure of that conversation, okay? So I'm gonna share my screen. So that's the mindset to adapt. It's called HILA. What does that mean? It means high intention, but low attachment. You truly care about changing people's lives, but you don't need the money. In other words, you really want to change their body, you really want to change their lives, but you don't give a shit if you close or not. It's not about closing. It's about enrolling people into their own dreams. They enroll or not, it doesn't matter. You're just here to help people, yeah? So it means that you have concern for the clients, you care for the clients, right? Plus, you have total certainty that they need this, massive certitude, massive certainty, massive confidence. Plus, you don't care if you close or not, because you know that you're gonna generate more appointments tomorrow. And that if it's not them, it's gonna be someone else, someone that is really committed. And that's how you have the perfect mindset. Okay. So before I start with the script, do you see my whiteboard here? There are 3 energies also that we need to bring. We need to bring certainty. We already spoke about this. Certainty. Right? Clarity and care. It's called the 3 C's. They need to know that you're certain about being able to help them. They need to know that you care about them. And you need to be clear when you explain things. So you need that feminine energy, I would say, right? That care, that love, that concern, right? That curiosity, that's the feminine energy. And now we're gonna speak about the script, the structure, that is more the masculine stuff, yeah? So bring your love, right? Before you start your consultation, close your eyes, put your 2 hands on your heart, and just think about how it's gonna feel when in 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks or 6 months or 12 months, they're gonna reach their body goals, they're gonna reach their life goals. How are you gonna feel? Not when you're gonna get the 500 euros, but when they're gonna reach their goals and they're gonna tell you, Judith, thank you so much, you changed my life. Gary, thank you so much. John, Etienne, Chandy, Fabio, Indratic, Lucas, Eric, thank you so much, you changed my life. Think about this before you start, yeah? Not, oh, fuck, I need to pay the bills and then I gotta close. Okay, don't think about this. Okay? So bring the love, bring the care. Okay, now I'm gonna share my screen and now we're gonna speak about the structure, the masculine stuff. So before we start, here it's a tiny tip of the iceberg. You know, it's a very short training. Usually, you know, with my paid clients, it's a 27-hour long training just on the sales stuff. Plus we have group coaching calls, plus we have one-on-one calls, plus we role play, plus they get access to not just me, but also another consultant at Max Arthur Gym that helps with the sales stuff. Here, I'm just gonna explain that in 40 minutes. We have way more to teach, right? Here is just a quick recap. You're gonna get access to this cheat sheet. I'm gonna try to do my best to teach you as much as I can, okay? First step. So first of all, what's cool is that the best process on earth to enroll people into a premium body transformation program has the acronym MAX out. What a coincidence, right? Max out. UT. Okay, so it means that there are 6 phases, right? MAXOUT. 6 phases. First step is that we mingle. We build rapport. You do that for 5 minutes. Basically, you want them to open up to you, right? You want them. It's not like, hey, John, how's it going? Good. How's it going? Good. Okay. And then you start with the next phase. No. Like build rapport, okay? And also in that phase, you want to frame the consultation. If you don't frame the consultation, they're going to be, okay, Judith, okay, Gary, okay, Fabio, okay, Etienne. What is it, your program? Tell me about your program and tell me about the price. you want to frame the conversation before they ask those questions, because if they have the time to ask those questions, they are in control of the conversation. You don't want them to be in control of the conversation. You want to be in control of the conversation. Okay, so it's very important that you frame the consultation right away. It means that you can say something like, hey, Gary, I want to be respectful of our time. I've been doing this for a pretty long time. I've been a gym owner for 5 years now. And what I found is that in order to optimize our time together, we're going to spend a whole hour together, just an hour though, is that I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions to understand your struggles, to understand what's not working with your business, what's not working with your life. That's what I would say. What's not working with your life, what's not working with your energy levels, what's not working with your confidence levels, right? And see if you could be a fit for my program. The truth is that I do not invite everybody. You actually have to be the right fit for it. Meaning that if I'm 100% certain that I can help you, I might make you an offer in 1 hour. But if I'm not 100% certain, if I'm only 99% certain, I'm not going to make you an offer. I'm only going to make you an offer if I know for sure you're going to get the results you're after. Fair enough? Fair enough. And then you can start by asking, before we start, name. Are you in charge of making decisions for your own health and body, or do we need to have someone else here for this consultation? Are you the decision maker or not? Right? We want you to ask right away, because if we need another decision maker, you're just wasting your time here. If they need their spouse to be with them during the consultation, you just invite them right away over the phone, or you just reschedule the consultation. All right?
Rami, just a quick question. Yep. If because of lockdown, you aren't able to invite people in your place to have the consultation?
Zoom.
Okay.
Or over the phone. Zoom or over the phone.
Yeah, but prefer Zoom because you can see each other.
Yes and no. If you have a good body language, if you don't need to read, to have that cheat sheet where you would be reading your cheat sheet like this, then yes. If you know what you need to say and you don't need the cheat sheet and you have a good, body language, then sure. If not, maybe it's better to not have the camera on. Make sense?
Yep.
All right. So then the next phase is asking about their hell and their heaven. All right. So we first ask about their hell. So basically here we want to get to know the truth and the consequences of the truth if they don't make a change. And we want to go deep. We don't want to stay surface level, right? We want to really get to know the truth and what's not going well for them, yeah? So we start by what's not working with your health and fitness and energy levels and confidence levels right now, name. And here, then we want to get to know, how it's impacting their lives in terms of health, of course, meaning physical health, quality of life, aesthetic, appearance, weight gain, future health. Are they diabetic or not? Are they pre-diabetic? But also mental health, mood, depressed, anxious, angry, not being able to sleep, too stressed. And if they have destructive coping mechanisms, it could be alcohol, it could be video games, it could be gambling, it could be fast food, it could be binge eating, it could be porn, whatever. So here you might ask me, oh shit, like that's a tough conversation to have. Yes, it is. And you're gonna have to ask bold, brutal questions. Brutal, quote unquote brutal. But you only do it coming from a place of concern, Only do it coming from a place of caring, coming from a place of love. And you're gonna frame it with things like, hey, may I ask, name? I gotta ask you, da 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 da. Or, hey, I don't want you, pour salt on the wound here, but I gotta ask you as a health and fitness professional, I gotta ask you, da 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 da. Make sense? I'm concerned here, name. Usually when this happens, very often, also this happens. Is it happening to you yet? Ah, you're right. Yes, it's happening. You know what I mean? For instance, usually name, when my prospects and clients have an issue with their confidence, usually intimacy with their spouse is not that great. Is that happening to you yet, if I may ask, name? Yep, nailed it, you're right. Okay, so we frame our questions with caring frames, right? May I ask, hey, I'm only asking coming from a place of concern and caring here, but I gotta ask you, da 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 da, okay? So we have the health stuff, we have the wealth stuff, because let's say you're talking to an entrepreneur, right? A business owner. If their energy is shit, right? You know, and they always do like this, you know, with their glucose in their blood, and then they crash, and then they crash, and then they crash, and then they crash, and they always crash, and they always need to nap, basically, right? They are not consistent with their energy levels. If that happens, how are they going to be able to handle their business and grow the business and make more money and handle their team? You know, if their energy levels is not at 100%, but at 50%, we could argue that they are wasting 50% of their time. We could argue that if they are wasting 50% of their time, they're only making 50% of the money they should be making. Right? Same for employees. We can argue that if the employee doesn't have good energy levels, they are not moving forward with their career. And maybe they should be managers already, but they're not. And because they are not managers already, they are the missed opportunity cost is 20K per year. It has a cost, right? It's 20K a year. Maybe for the entrepreneur, maybe that guy has a $1 million business. Actually, it could be at 2 million if his energy levels could be right. Make sense? And then in terms of relationship, partner, seeking love, kids, friends, family, intimacy, you know, with their spouse, or not being able to play soccer and baseball with the kids, or basketball or whatever with the kids, because they can't even run, right? Or let's say a guy that is overweight and that has been single for the last 6 years, didn't have a girlfriend for the last 6 years. And now the guy is going cuckoo. And because he doesn't have any intimacy, now that's it, he's addicted to porn. Those are the consequences, yeah? Here I'm going really, really fast on this training, huh? So what's not working? You just ask one question and then they're gonna tell you blah, 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 intimacy, blah, 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 energy levels, blah, 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 confidence. Write those 2 or 3 golden nuggets, right? I just told them intimacy, or maybe they're not even going to tell you intimacy just yet. They're just gonna tell you confidence. And then if there is a confidence issue, probably there is an intimacy problem also down the road, yeah? But they're gonna give you maybe 2 clues. Okay, Eric, no worries. They're gonna give you basically 2, 3 clues. They give you those clues, you write them in your notes, and then you dive deeper. And then you ask questions Like, how much longer can you sustain this, if I may ask, name? What's your greatest concern, if I may ask, name? What is your greatest fear, if I may ask, name? May I ask, what's gonna happen if it continues like this for another 6 months, another year, another 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years? What's gonna happen, if I may ask? Did that cross your mind yet? That maybe your wife is gonna live with the kids if this continues like this? You know, God forbid, I'm not wishing that to you, but did that cross your mind yet? Yeah, you're right. Make sense? Here they connect to their hell. Why is it important for them to connect to their hell? Because people distract themselves from their truth, from their painful truth. They escape from it because it's too painful. How do they escape? TV, games, video games, scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on Facebook, right? That's how they escape. Alcohol, coping mechanisms, right? Binge eating. And so here you are not gonna let them escape, right? They're gonna, it's like, it's not a consultation really that they have with you. It's more like a date with the truth. Yeah. You're only here to ask questions and to hold the mirror. If they don't like what they are seeing in the mirror, it's not your fault. You didn't create the problem, they did. You're just holding the mirror. Not your fault if they don't like what they see. You're just holding the mirror. So it's the date, a date with themselves and the truth and the consequences of the truth. Here you should have some leverage already, yeah? If they realize the truth and the consequences of the truth. They're gonna tell you things like, oh man, yeah, I never think about it this way, but now that I think about it, you're right. We need to fix this. You know, that's what you want to get. If you want also, we spoke about it, we have the in body, right? Use the in body so that basically you're never the one telling them about the truth and the consequences of the truth. You're only asking questions. You're never suggesting, you know, what would be the truth and the consequences of the truth. You're only asking questions. You're not lecturing them. You're just asking questions, yeah? And also the body scan, the body composition analyzer can make them realize the truth. Maybe they never realized that they had a 40% body fat percentage. Here, it's not you that is going to tell them, it's the device. You're not even the one telling them the truth, it's the device. And then you're just going to ask, hey, may I ask, what do you think are the consequences of having a 40% body fat mass? I'm sure that I risk diabetes. Yes. I'm sure that I risk heart attack. Yes. They're going to tell you, they know. Yeah. I'm sure that I'm risking high blood pressure. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So that they connect even more to the truth. Then, now we shift gears and we go to their goals, to their dreams, to their heaven. We're gonna say something like, okay, thank you so much, name. Now I've got a much clearer picture of what's not working with your health, what's not working with your life, what's not working with your confidence, what's not working with your energy levels. Now what I want to do is that I want to move forward, shift gears, and talk about the things that you really want. Tell me, if you could wave a magic wand, how does it look like? What's gonna make you do the happiness? And then same, you don't want to stay too surface level. You really want to build like a vision board with them of what ideal life looks like. How would that make you feel? How would that change your life? What would that life look like? Oh, I would be able to run with my kids, and I would be able to have toe curling intimacy with my spouse, and I'm gonna crush it with my business, and right, everything that they can have if they make a decision. And why is it so important to you? Man, it's so important to you because I really love my wife and I really love my 2 kids, and I don't want my wife to ask for a divorce because right now I don't have good energy levels. I'm not a good dad. I'm not a good husband, and I'm not a good entrepreneur, and I'm not bringing the money I should be bringing home to support my family. Family is really important to me. That's one of my main value. That's why it is so important for me to reach those goals. Okay. Now you know also about their values. Then we move on and we go to the X factor, I call it. Do you have the X factor? Basically, can I invite you? Because so far you still don't know if you can invite them or not. Yeah, you need to protect your tribe. You need to make sure that they're going to be successful with your program. Why do you do this? You're going to explain. Hey, I'm only inviting my ideal clients. To me, it doesn't make sense to invite people that would not be coachable and that would give me headaches. I'm at least gonna work with you for 6 weeks, up to a whole year. I don't want to give myself headaches. I don't want to give my team members headaches. The money is just not worth it. I'm only gonna invite people to join my gym, to join my program, if I'm 100% certain that I can give them the results. Why do I do this? Well, because I want to set you up for success. I want you to set you up for success. I don't want to set you up for failure. All right. I want to set you up for success. And also, to be honest, I also do that for me, for my own business. I'm building my business. I'm growing my business. And so I want to build my reputation. I only want 5-star reviews. Right? So I do that for you. I want to set you up for success. But also, to be honest, I do that for me. I don't want to give myself headaches. And I only want to work with my ideal clients that are going to give me 5-star reviews. It doesn't make sense for me to invite someone that wouldn't be the right fit, that would not be coachable, and then they would blame it on me because they didn't hold their end of the bargain. I know I can hold my end of the bargain. I don't want to invite people that wouldn't and then would leave me a bad review and blame it on me while they wouldn't have to do the work. And I don't want time wasters. Then you're going to say something like, I've been a gym owner for a pretty long time. I've been doing this for 8 years now. And so I realized with the years that my ideal members always have the same 3 qualities, the same 3 mindset traits. So here I'm just going to mention those 3 mindset traits, and then you can tell me if it sounds like you or not. The first trait is that they're decisive, they're committed. Should I zoom in, basically? Yeah, maybe it would be better to zoom in, yeah? Because yeah, it's a cheat sheet, but it's tiny. First trait, they're decisive, they're committed, they're action takers. They really want to reach their goals. Second trait, they're coachable, meaning that they're not going to argue with my program. They're not going to argue with my system. I have the recipe. Now you got to follow the recipe, right? The recipe works. I don't know if you're going to follow the recipe though. I want my clients to be coachable. They're going to execute on the recipe. They're going to empty their cup, not going to argue with the proven system. The system is proven. It has been proven so many times. I've been a gym owner for 8 years. I've helped so many people. The system is proven. It works. Now, I don't know if you're going to make it work. And third mindset trait is that they are resourceful. They know it's going to take some time. Here, I'm going to ask some time, some money, and some energy. They know it's going to take some time. They know it's going to take some money. They know it's going to take some energy. And here I'm going to say, life is always in the way. And they know that life is always in the way. 2020 has been a good example, right? Life is always in the way. But the ones that succeed know that it doesn't freaking matter. It's whatever it fucking takes. Maybe you don't say fucking, yeah? It's whatever it takes. The ones that get successful, you know what? A bunch of people got successful, more successful than ever in 2020. How is that possible? With that massive obstacle, you know, the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. How come, you know, how is that possible? The ones that get successful, it's not like they don't have obstacles. Maybe they have more obstacles. It's not like their obstacles are tiny. Maybe their obstacles are huge. They just find a way, right? It's not because they don't have the obstacles. They just find a way. So they are resilient and they are ready to push through their fears. They are ready to push through their doubts, and they are ready to get out of their comfort zone. So if I invite you in to join this program name, is there any reason why you wouldn't be do 3 things so that I can help you dream? And then here you want them to say something like, no, yeah, I'm like this because of that, and I'm like this because of that, and you want them to explain why they are like this, okay? Then you want to assess their fitness level. 3-minute AMRAP, as many reps as possible, 10 air squats, 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, no complicated movements, no dumbbells, no barbells, only body weights, just for you to see that they can move, right? It's for you to see that they can move, but also then later we're gonna use that to say, I'm 100% confident that I can help you because you already have the fitness level to follow through, right? Basically here, the main question that we want to ask for them is, will this program work for me? That's the main objection. Because if it's 100% sure that this program will work for them, 500 euro is a fucking bargain, yeah? They don't need to ask their spouse. They don't need to think about it. They don't need to sleep on it. They don't need to give you a bullshit excuse. If it's 100% certain that they're gonna get the results, it's a no-brainer, even at 500 euro, yeah? So here, that's why we are sizing them up so hard, so that then you can genuinely say to them, I am 100% certain I can help you, right? So here we tested their mindset. Now we test their fitness level. And now we have more questions to make sure. Basically here, you would ask them questions that you could find on the park queue. Yeah. Do you have any issues with your heart? Do you have high blood pressure? Do you have blah, blah, blah? Do you have this? Do you have that? Just to make sure that they can follow a fitness and nutrition program. And then after that, whatever other questions you have for them. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much effort can you put into the program? Do you have time to commit? Here, I'm going to add, hey, you're going to need to come to the gym, or you're going to need to work out online or outdoors, whatever your program is, if it's online or outdoor or at the gym. You're going to have to work out 3 times a week. Can you commit to that? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want to have fun while doing this? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want to make new friends with my awesome community? On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you care about the results you want? Are you actually ready to invest into whole foods? I'm going to ask you to buy grass-fed meat. I'm going to ask you to buy wild-caught fish, organic vegetables, organic fruits, if that's what you believe is the best for them, yeah? Ask them if they are ready to, invest a bit of money, let's say here into Whole Foods. Hey, one thing that is within my program is that we do a blood test. Are you ready to do a blood test? Is that cool? Cool. Yes. Awesome. Hey, if we find that you lack vitamin D and that you like amino acids, whatever, yeah, I might recommend supplements to you. Are you willing to invest into supplements? Cool. If that's your program, yeah. Hey, I only know how to help people that are not, who are not vegan. Are you vegan? Maybe, you know, I don't know. Maybe you don't know how to help vegan people. Ask whatever questions you have for them so that you know that they are the perfect fit for your program, for your gym, for your community, for your team members, for you. And that because they are the perfect fit, there is a 100% chance they're going to be successful. Are there anything that would prevent you from fully committing to the nutrition, lifestyle, or workouts? Yeah, whatever questions you have for them to size them up. Then once you're done with that, you're going to do a recap. You're going to read their notes, your notes, sorry. You're going to read your notes and you're going to repeat their words. If they tell you that they feel like shit, you say, and you told me, those are your words, that you feel like shit, and that also intimacy, and those are your words again, intimacy is shit also. Just repeat their words, yeah? What they told you about their hell and their heaven. You recap, you just read all of your notes, and you recap it in 2 or 3 minutes. Then you say something like, name, did I get it right or did I miss anything? And here you want them to say, wow, I never realized that it was that bad. But yeah, it's the truth. You nailed it, Judith. Exactly that. Wow. Yeah, that's a good eye opener. But yeah, nailed it. It's exactly that. All right. If that's what it is, name, then I am 100% certain that I can help you. Why? Because we spoke for 49 minutes. And I don't know if you realize, but in 49 minutes, I asked you hundreds and hundreds of questions to make sure you could be a fit for my program and that you can be successful with my program. I checked that you have a problem. And it's not like you have a little boo-boo. It's not a tiny problem. It's a pretty big problem, right? It was important for me to know that you have a big problem, because if you just have a boo-boo, you're not gonna follow through. You know, my program is intense. And if you just have a boo-boo, you're just gonna give up, right? So you don't have a boo-boo, you have a pretty big problem. And that was important for me to know that. I know you're gonna follow through with my intense program. Also, we spoke about your dreams. And you know what? I love your dreams. You have beautiful dreams. It was important for me that you have dreams, because people without dreams, same, they're not gonna follow through. If you don't have dreams, you're not gonna follow through when it's gonna get hard. So it's important for me to know that. Also, we checked on your fitness level. Also, we checked on your mindset. You told me you're committed, decisive, resourceful, coachable. And also, I asked you a bunch of other questions just to make sure you'll be a fit. That's why I'm 100% sure that you can be successful with my program. It's certain. The first step, name, is that we're going to, so here basically you want to give 3-5 steps to explain your program. But you want to customize that, okay? What does that mean? If I speak with a gym owner that tells me, hey, Remy, my main issue is that I don't know how to generate more leads for my gym. I'm gonna say something like, hey, Etienne, the first step is that I'm gonna show you how to build more transformational and more premium programs where you're gonna have a 100% success rate. If you do that, then the offer becomes irresistible. So that then is going to help you attract more leads. Etienne's goal, attracting more leads, right? Second step, Etienne, is that I'm going to show you how to prepare awesome marketing materials so that you can attract more leads without using incentives like free trial and free 6-week challenge that are bait and switch offers, and without using discounts. I'm going to show you how to generate a bunch of leads. See, I speak again about the leads. Then the third step is that we're going to build an automated client acquisition system so that you can generate a bunch of leads automatically. And then the last step, Etienne, is that I'm going to show you how to enroll all those leads that you're going to have that are going to be pre-qualified into your offer, right? Now, let's say I speak with John, and John says, hey, man, you know, I'm generating a bunch of leads, but I can't close them, man. Can you help me? Right? What I'm going to say to John is, hey, John, you know what? The first step of my program is that I'm going to help you work on your delivery. We're going to have more transformational programs where you're going to be able to have a 100% success rate. So that this offer is so irresistible, people won't be able to say no when it's going to be time to enroll them. Second step of the program, John, is that I'm going to show you how to generate awesome marketing materials so that your prospect will be so qualified that it's going to be so easy to enroll them. Right? And then, John, we have a training on sales. We have a 27-hour training on sales, where also we do some role play, where I give you the script. I also give you a cheat sheet, and it's going to allow you to enroll people into 150, 200, 300, 400, 500 or more memberships. And also, if you want to have 6 or 8 or 12 weeks programs, you're going to be able to enroll them anywhere from $500 to $3,000. I even have a client that is enrolling clients into a $8,000 for a 12-week program. Do you see how here I gave the same steps, but how I delivered it differently? Right? Same steps, but different delivery to explain the steps, just to connect it to the goal. Okay. Right, moving on. We don't have too much time. Then you requalify, and then you say, I'm 100% confident, but I'm just gonna check one more time. Name. You got to do the work. It's not a magic pill. Just want to remind you one more time. We can do this. You can lose the 20 kg in 12 weeks. Possible to lose 20 kg, 40 pounds in 12 weeks. We can do this, but only if you do the work. It's not going to be easy. It's not a magic pill. Okay? Okay. So what questions do you have for me, Name? Oh, when are the workouts? Well, the workouts, here's the schedule, blah, 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 blah. What is the food like? Is it good? Yeah, of course, it's delicious. And we tested all the recipes and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, and what about if I want to bring my 4 years old? Awesome, we have childcare. Oh, awesome, great. What other questions do you have for me, Name? So here you exhaust all the questions until they ask, what's the price? And then once they ask you, what's the price? You unlock the price by expanding the value of the transformation and make the price sound super silly. What we're really talking about here, John, is you being overweight, you not having good energy levels, you being addicted to porn, unfortunately, and also being an alcoholic, to, well, losing the weight, getting the confidence, finding the love of your life, stop with porn, Stop with alcohol, get your energy levels back, and then so that you can crush it at work and generate an extra $25,000 per year because you would become a manager. That's what we're already talking about. Name, what do you say, John? So that for the next, sure, 3 months, 6 months, but also next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years to come, actually, in fact, for the rest of your life, you are going to have a system for you to have good energy levels, for you to stay fit, for you to stay healthy. What's great though, John, is that the cost, the investment for my program is way less than what you're already spending on beers and porn. Because you told me, and here you take your calc, yeah? Because you told me that you're drinking at least 6 beers per day. And that a beer is at least $5. 6 times 5, you're spending $30 per day, right? Over 12 weeks, right? That would be 3 months. If I do times 90 days, over 12 weeks, you're spending $2,700 on alcohol. Plus also, since you're addicted to porn, you're doing a live cam every week. Every weekend, you're doing a live cam, and it costs you, I have no idea what it costs, $100 a month. Right? So we are at 2.7 for the alcohol, plus 12 weeks. So that would be 12 times 100. That's 1,200 for the live cams with the, you know, on those websites, porn websites, yeah? So 1,200 plus 2,700, that's 3.9K that you're spending every 12 weeks. What's cool, John, is that my program is just a tiny fraction of this price. It's a total no-brainer. It's a bargain, it's a total no-brainer. The investment for my program, John, is only $1,000. Now, for people like you who are committed and decisive, I do what I call a fast action discount to reward decisiveness, to reward people who are also committed to really crushing it and reaching their dreams, reaching their goals. For that, I give a $400 discount so that you can get the whole entire program for just $600. To make it easier, if you want, I'll split it in 2 payments, 300 now and 300 in 30 days. Now, if you just want to slap it on a credit card and get done with it, like most people, like most of my clients, I'll give you another $100 off, and you get the whole entire program for just $500. Name which option would work best for you, name, so that I can help you lose those 40 kg, get your confidence back, stop with the alcohol, stop with the porn, and find the love of your life. Paid in full. And bam. We were not supposed to offer discounts. Lucas says, yeah, here's the only incentive that we use, but we never used an incentive or a discount in our marketing. Right? We don't attract them with a 3-week trial or a free 2-week trial or a free bait and switch 6-week challenge or a discounted month. That would attract tire kickers. That would attract time wasters. Here, it's just an incentive for them to make a decision now. That's the only incentive that we actually use. Otherwise, before that, we only used motivators, right? That motivates them at their core. Here, that's the only incentive that we use at the end. Still, every client I ever did this to was a source of problem later on. Hence, I never offer discounts. Yeah, did you size them up as strong as I did here? Lucas, activate your video and let's chat, not on the chat room, but let's chat here, face to face.
I'm here, but like I said, I never do this because every time it happened in my life was then 3, 4, 6 months later on, that person remembered that. And when they heard no more discounts, they were arguing, and then that became an issue for them to leave the gym eventually. So in my opinion, it's not a good idea, even if you want to close the sale. I'd rather not close that sale because they are not my ideal client if they cannot afford this.
You size them up as hard as I did here before that.
Well, it depends because every time it's a bit different, but some people just.
Why wouldn't you do that all the time?
But what did you mean? Do what?
You need to only invite your ideal clients.
Well, I try to, but I never know exactly who's going to sit in front of me until they do.
By the way, you know for sure that you're only going to invite your ideal clients by really sizing them up. And then when you make an offer, it's only to your ideal clients.
Well, that would be ideal.
Yeah, that's the goal of the consultation. That's why we take a whole hour.
Hey, Remy, this is Eric.
Yep. How are you?
Doing well. So is there a way that you can frame that conversation so that after you make them this first initial great offer, if they want to continue, they understand that, it's going to be more expensive after the 6-week program, or maybe your program that continues, maybe this is priced so high that continuing, is still less than even their good deal.
Yeah, so let's say you have a 6-week or 8-week or 12-week program. Maybe that's $500 or $600 for your 6-week. Maybe that's $800 or $1,000 for your 8-week. And maybe that's $1,000 or $1,200 for your 12-week program. And then also it depends about the different tiers that you have, yeah? But then after that, then you enroll them on a premium membership. Eric, I'm just going to mute you. You would enroll them on a premium membership at $200, $300, $400, $500. The thing is that you would have blown their mind during those 6, 8, 12 weeks. You're going to completely change their life in just 6 or 8 or 12 weeks. And then it's going to be so easy to enroll them into a membership. Actually, you can either right away enroll them on a membership. Let's say it's someone that needs to lose 40 kg. You're not going to make them lose 40 kg in 12 weeks. Not possible. You're going to recommend at least a 6 months program or a 12 months program to them. To those ones, you're right away are going to enroll them on a membership. Make sense, Eric?
Yes. Yeah, I was just trying to kind of point out that, I think his previous question was about, offering this initial package as a discount, but if it's incredibly inflated, to start with, or if it's very expensive to start with, then you really don't have the problem down the road because your ongoing membership is much less expensive.
Yeah, here we're talking, I said €500 for a 6-week thing. And here I was considering that actually they were already members. I was actually thinking about Gary's that has members, we said at €49 and €297 per month. Here I was considering a 6-week program as an upsell. That would be an extra 500 on top of the membership. So here, basically, now we are at 800, right? Or actually more. For 6 weeks. For 6 weeks, basically, your membership for 6 weeks is at 450. Yeah, Gary, let's just round it up. Yeah, 297. We consider 300. That would be for 4 weeks. Now for 6 weeks, that would become 450. Right. So that's 450 plus the 500 for the extra coaching on nutrition plus accountability mindset coaching. Now that's 950 for 6 weeks. So it's still very premium, it's €950 for a 6-week thing. If they make a decision now, right? If they don't make a decision now, if they want to make a decision tomorrow, that would be 1,000, I said, plus the 450, that would be 1,450. you need to be in love with that price, 1,450, because even with at that price, it's still a bargain compared to the results they're gonna get, right? You need to be in love with that price. But even if it's with the fast action discount, it's still a premium offer. It's not like you're not gonna make money here. You're gonna have a great profit margin. Here, you're not gonna charge less than what you're already charging, Lucas. You're gonna charge way more than what you're charging with that strategy, with the way we do this one-on-one consultation. Right? So it's not like I'm gonna ask you to discount your services and reduce your profit margin. Here, I'm showing you a way to increase your profit margin by a lot. So sure, we do use an incentive, but you're not discounting your time here, you know? You're gonna have great profit margins. It's just an incentive so that they make a decision now. Because you only want to invite people who are decisive. You already asked them if they were decisive. Eric, Lucas, does that answer your question?
Yes.
That's okay. Yeah. Cool.
You're not convinced. I can hear in your voice.
Well, I've been through various stages of redesigning my programs many years already, and I've never managed to sell. I mean, we operate in a currency that is not familiar to you, but just one-to-one in dollars, that would be beyond 1,000. I've never sold any. I mean, I have to certain people, but that was personal training. But it's probably one of my problems to solve before I go on and do stuff like that, because my worry is that I'm going to do another version of a 6 weeks or a 12 weeks program, which we don't want to run anymore. We've done enough of that, and every time we did something like that, always leaving out.
You know, the 6 week thing has a bad reputation because a bunch of gym owners used it as a bait and switch, as a free 6 week challenge that is a bait and switch that really ruins your reputation. Why is there a problem actually enrolling people on a 6 week or 8 week or 12 week program? There is no problem with that. There is a problem if you say it's free and actually it's not free. That's called a bait and switch. I hate that. I agree with you. You are speaking about the problem, then yeah. But if we are not speaking about the bait and switch, I don't see the problem.
I see a different problem that we've encountered was that people come with the mindset that it's only going to be 6, 8, or whatever, 12 weeks, and after that, that's it.
Did you come to the first sessions,
Mm-hmm.
or did you watch the recordings?
Yes, I was there. Yeah.
And you were here and you watched the recordings?
Yeah.
Were you here when Lauren was explaining the mindset and accountability coaching?
Well, most of it, because I had to do some other stuff in between, but yeah, most of it I listened to.
Watch the recording with Lauren. Basically, you have 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks to change their mind, right? We attract them with a short, sexy offer. Sure, we would rather them to start with a 6 months or a 12 months program, of course. And that's what you're gonna prescribe 90% of the time, maybe 95% of the time, right? Because usually people, they have goals that are much bigger than just losing 20 pounds or losing 9 kg in 6 weeks. That's why we do a diagnosis and then a prescription. And usually the prescription is for a 6 months or 12 months program. Usually my clients, 95% of the sales they make are into memberships, not body transformation programs. Okay. But even if you enroll people on a body transformation program that is 6 or 8 or 12 weeks, basically in 6 or 8 or 12 weeks, you want to completely change their mind, give them awesome breakthroughs, so that then they realize that actually they will need to do that for the rest of their lives. That's your goal, to give them a sexy offer they're gonna say yes to, right? And then in 6 weeks, it's your job to educate them. We sell them we don't sell the steak, we sell the sizzle. In other words, it means we don't sell them what they want, we sell them what they need. But we attract them with what they want. You know what I mean? That's why we say we have a variety of offer from only 6 weeks up to 12 months. So that 6 weeks doesn't sound intimidating. It doesn't sound scary. So they are reassured. They're like, sure, well, whatever, I'll do that consultation. Maybe I can just try for 6 weeks. And then 1 hour later, then you're going to enroll them into your 12 months membership. It's just to reassure them that there is a short program, but 90-95% of the time, you're not going to even recommend a 6 or 8 or 12 week thing. You're going to recommend a long-term thing. Maybe the only time that you're going to actually use a 6 or 8 week or 12 week program is if they tell you, I don't know, I never did CrossFit. Let's say you're a CrossFit gym owner. I never did CrossFit. I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if I can commit to a whole year. I don't know if I can do this. I wish I could just try. Hey, you know what? Name. Let's just get you started for a 12-week program. You're going to be able to at least lose 40 pounds in 12 weeks. And then in 12 weeks, we chat again. We have another consultation. We recap your goals. We recap, your progress, sorry. And then I'm sure that in 12 weeks, you will want to continue with this. How does that sound? Let's just start with a 12-week program. It's a nice trial. You're going to get amazing results. Let's get you started with this. What do you think? Oh, yeah, let's do it. Okay. You use it as a down sell if they don't want to commit to 12 months. Basically, you're going to have the 6 or the 8 or the 12-week offer. But it's just so that you can say that your services go from 6 or 8 or 12 weeks up to a whole year. That you don't have a one-size-fits-all program, that you don't have a cookie-cutter solution, and so that you have a short, sexy program, and so they are not too intimidated by the 12 weeks membership, right? So then they're like, okay, sure, I'm just gonna book that consultation. Maybe I just try for 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks, and that's it. So they are not afraid. And then you do a good job with that 1 hour consultation, and then you enroll them on the 6 months or 12 months membership. But here again, Eric, Lucas, we have 27 hours of training, plus we role play. Here, like, I went really, really fast, okay? Just for you to have a quick win with this, but we can go in much deeper about this. Does that make more sense, Lucas? Are you more convinced now? Do you understand?
Definitely. I mean, we are not normally doing any 12-month programs, or do not want to sign up people for 12 months because we don't want how to say it. Normally, what we used to do years back was offering a 12-month contract with a lower monthly fee and a month-to-month contract, which would be charged at well, maybe not significantly, but substantially higher amount per month. And then we noticed that people were just breaking that contract, and we were not prepared and didn't want to follow that up with any sort of legal action, and we don't want to involve ourselves in any of that stuff.
So it's not because you make them sign the contract that if they don't respect the contract, that you're gonna go sue them and get a lawyer after them.
We don't want to do that.
Because it's just like a verbal agreement. Do we agree? Yes, we agree. Okay, check. It's like the same value, you know. It's like shaking hands, basically. Yep. It's a gentleman agreement. Yeah.
Maybe that's a good idea. But then, if you're offering financial incentive for them to go into that 12-month deal, then we kind of feel cheated. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to.
The solution for that is not the legal stuff. The solution for that is the mindset accountability coaching that we talked about with Lauren yesterday.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That they don't cancel their membership because you are supporting them with their life goals, with their body goals, and they're not gonna cancel if you do a good job with the mindset coaching, even when they want to give up. Actually, it's when they want to give up that your role as their coach is super important. You know, it's when they want to give up that you really need to help them with their mindset. Oh, now the gym is closed. I think I'm gonna cancel my membership, or at least can you freeze it, please? Because you know the gym is closed. Okay, and so may I ask, Name, what's gonna happen if that lockdown continues for another 2 years? Because you know the efficiency of that vaccine is only 60%. Also, we have a new British variant. Also, we have a new South African variant. Also, there is a third one, yeah? We have a bunch of different variants now. We have no idea for how long this is gonna continue. So what's gonna happen if that continues for another 2 years? Are you gonna give up with your health and fitness, if I may ask? Oh, yeah, you're right. You know, it's more about the mindset coaching that you can provide if you want to keep them than locking them in with a contract. You can't lock them in with a contract. You just got to blow their mind by over delivering with the nutrition, with the mindset coaching, with the accountability coaching. Over deliver and make sure that they have that you have a 100% success rate. It's not about the contract. The contract is worth nothing. They can just block their credit card and that's it. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna sue them. Make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, watch day 2 again. Even day 1 also.
Hey, Remy, are we going to have access to that paper that you went through today?
Absolutely. I'm gonna post it in the Facebook group. And also if you want, I post it right now here in the chat, yeah? Did you like that, Shandy? What do you think? What's your feedback?
I did. Yeah, I really like it. I actually have a background in corporate sales. And so
Yep.
I like it I like how the steps are that you can tweak it to different scenarios. Like the scenario you use someone, you know, drinking porn, that's kind of heavy stuff. If your ideal client's more an athlete that's not got that big of issues, then I like how you can tweak it.
Yeah. So here, guys, what I would recommend is that I just sent the Google Doc here in the chat room. I'm gonna post it also in the Facebook group. What I would recommend is that you make a copy and that you tweak it with your own words, right? It's just a cheat sheet that I created. Use your own words, okay? Don't hesitate to express your concerns like Eric and Lucas did. Thank you so much, Eric and Lucas. Any questions, concern, feedback? What do you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you so about it? Tell me.
So what I was on the same road as Lucas. I was doing 12-month contracts, and then people were just walking out of them, and I wasn't able to hold them. That was due to our coaching and not giving them the full accountability. Where this is actually just showing us like we have to delve deeper into it and understand what their goals and needs and wants are as well. So just it falls back down on us if we're not doing enough. So I don't do 12-month contracts anymore. I just do rolling contracts, and it's still at the higher price point. I'm not offering them a lower price point for, I don't know, a 12-month agreement or something like that. So if we keep them, we keep them. We're doing a good job. If we don't, it's up to us. So it just makes just a conversation there with Lucas just made us realize that though.
Yeah, double down on the accountability mindset coaching. Lucas, I'm just sending you a video on YouTube here in the chat room. Have a look at that video. Here, it's one of my clients that started in February 2020, and that went from 12K a month revenue to 30K a month now without advertising. From 12K to 30K a month it did in 2020, in the midst of a global pandemic, he more than doubled his business in just 1 year. Okay, and profit is awesome. Yeah, have a look.
Hey, can I chime in on the contract thing? Just telling you a little bit about where we went with it. We implemented. We were always resistant to contracts, but we implemented them. Our longest one is 6 months, or our only contracts are 6 months. And when we did a price increase, we made the contract price our old prices, right? So we went up to, a $199 month-to-month membership, and if you committed to 6 months, it's like $179, something like that, right? So it was actually a little bit higher than our old unlimited pricing for just the exercising classes. And the way that it worked out for us is, yes, some people still will break their contract for whatever reason. They move or whatever they do. However, before, anyone could end at the end of the month. At the day before the first of the month and billing came, we would get a flood of emails. Now, more often than not, people that stop coming will still continue. They may not say anything to us, but they'll still continue to pay. And they won't send that email until their 6-month contract is up. And then they'll say, hey, I know my 6-month contract's up. I can't renew. I've left town, or whatever it is. So, maybe that's only 10% that stick to their contract, but that's 10% I never got before.
Yeah. So we can say it's pretty cool, but what would be even cooler is that you don't have those 10% of people, because you would support them with their mindset accountability coaching.
I think our attrition rate is about 3%.
Oh, that's
so good. Out of 200 members, maybe we lose 6 a month. Okay, yeah. I think that's probably half of the industry standard or better. And I just, I can't do much better than that. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, if you double down on that mindset coaching we talked about with Lauren yesterday, you can avoid actually having those people that would still pay you every month, even if they are not showing up, right? Because you would care so much about giving them the results. You would care so much about them not giving up that you would be on them, keeping them accountable, and you would make them show up. You know what I mean? And even if they don't show, at least you help them with their nutrition, and you help them. Maybe they moved somewhere else. At least you continue to help them with their nutrition. You continue to help them with their mindset, and you continue to help them with their exercising online. You give them, personal fitness programs, or if you do, Zoom group classes, they can still join that.
Remy, how do you handle with people who can pay their membership, can get paid their membership by the boss, the company? So, for example, if the membership is $200 a month and the boss will pay 100, you lose commitment of the direct consumer. How to handle that?
Because they would have less skin in the game, you mean?
Yeah.
It's true that the skin in the game is helping, the more they pay, the more they pay attention. Okay. So that skin in the game is nice. I mean, it's not like you can do anything about it. If they get half of the membership paid by their company, great for them. Make sure that you do a good job again with that mindset accountability coaching, so that they keep a strong mindset, so that they don't give up even when it gets hard.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not gonna charge more because their company pays for half of it, right? You're not gonna double the price.
I understand, but you lose some kind of commitment, so that's why I was wondering how to.
Yeah, you lose skin in the game. But at least if let's say right now you have a membership at $150. If now you have a membership at $350, even if the company pays for half, that's still $175 skin in the game that they have. Maybe they never paid that before. Maybe before what they were paying is way cheaper, you know? So they're still gonna have some skin in the game. I think what you should do is, if that's the case, just sell them your more premium option. You know, your more the most transformational program that you have, so that you help them as best as possible, so that you help them with their mindset, you that help them with their stress, with their sleep, with their nutrition. You keep them accountable. You help them with, you give them the full package. They're gonna be able to afford it because 50% of the investment is paid by the company, and also they're gonna have still some skin in the game.
Yeah, and because we also have physical therapy, athletic training in our gym, so also people can come in after, let's say, ACL surgery, and they get full payment of the insurance company. There's the skin in the game because of maybe the need is much higher because they want to play soccer again or to go skiing again with the children, but then you lose the skin in the game by the financial part. So that's, for me, a struggle in our company, how to handle that situation.
I mean, if it's paid by the government or paid by an insurance, good for them. In order to keep them, it's that day two again. Yeah.
Shit.
There is nothing really that you can do about it here, Etienne, right? You're not in control of that. So just focus on what you can control, which is doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down on mindset and accountability.
Yeah, I can control by saying that they only can join our gym by having a membership, because we do the accountability coaching, nutrition coaching, and so on, and that's where they pay extra instead of only the physical therapy sessions. So you directly want to upsell them because you want to give them more than normal physio session or athletic training protocols.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Are you asking me a question here, or was it just?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's maybe for another time. But that's something.
Can you just rephrase the question? If you have a question, what's your question here?
No, the only thing I have control on is if people come for sports rehabilitation, and it's all paid by the insurance, you can join rehab if you also have a membership, because we do nutrition coaching, accountability coaching, mindset coaching, and that's all extra on top of your sports rehabilitation. So that's maybe the only thing to create more skin in the game.
Yeah.
I think.
Then you don't want to recommend a program that they wouldn't need just because you can get more euros or out of them. You know, we don't want to just squeeze the most money out of them. It's not the goal. The goal is just to recommend the best program for them. And sometimes you're gonna say, hey, you know what? You already have a killer mindset. You already know what to do. With nutrition. You only have a 6% body fat mass. Body fat percentage, and you've been a CrossFitter for the last 6 years. I think you're fine with just the membership where you're gonna have access to the classes. Like you're not gonna sell that guy nutrition coaching and mindset coaching while the guy that has a killer mindset, maybe he has been in the army before. You're not gonna try.
But they are still welcome.
They are still welcome, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, they are still welcome. I mean, if you want them, if they would be a nice add, to your community, a nice member, sure. If they have the mindset, if they have everything that we talked about, yeah, they are still welcome. But you don't want to squeeze the most money out of them. You just want to recommend what they need. Okay.
Yeah, okay, but they are not a fit for a transformational program, so you just sell them the normal membership. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we don't oversell. We just sell what they need.
No, I was thinking only going for the transformational memberships, or but you still sell normal memberships, or only training sessions or physiotherapy sessions or whatever.
80% of the time, people will need help with their nutrition, with their mindset, with accountability. You know, 80-90% of the time they're gonna need help with that. Now, if you have someone that has already been an athlete, let's say, well, of course you're not gonna sell them things that they wouldn't need.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just sell them what they need. It's not like we want to be salesy, you know, and just close them into the most premium member or the most premium program to get the most money and steal the most money out of their wallets. No. We do that coming from a place of caring, you know, coming from a place of love, and only because we want to change people's lives, not because we are greedy. Don't go with it with greediness, yeah? Go with it with love. Does that answer your question, Etienne? Again, here, you know, like I'm trying my best in just 5 days, like 5 hours, to teach you as much as you can, as I can, as possible. With the Max Regime program, we explain all those things in details, you know. So yeah, okay.
Remy, this may be a question that you just answered with that you handle this with your larger program, but how do we sell mindset coaching? I have 10 years of experience in nutrition coaching, accountability, fitness coaching. But mindset coaching is something that we've never done, you know, on an organized structure.
You can't tell them that your program includes mindset coaching. Do you remember when I did the 3 or 5 steps? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I speak about mindset in those 3 or 5 steps?
Well, I've just heard you mentioned mindset probably in every third sentence, at least in the past 3 days. So
not in the script.
Right.
That's the video, by the way, Lucas, right? This video.
Right.
Remember when I was when I was here? Remember when I did this? I took an example of me doing it, you know, saying that to a gym owner. Remember how I did this? If not, just watch the recording. Do you remember or no?
Yes.
I didn't speak about mindset. Let me give you an example. Right now, I have a brand new client that is experiencing a lockdown in Europe. Basically, the strategy here is to become more transformational. You had a tiny overview, you know, you had the 30,000 feet view of what we do. We do way more with this, you know, on how to have a more transformational offer. More transformational offer, then learning how to do those one-on-one consultations. We have 27 hours of training plus role play, plus, you know, we go very deep with this. We don't just do it in 1 hour like today. And then we use a tool to reach out to current clients by text message, right? That's the strategy. Yet they were not doing it. While they have currently 5 members leaving per week, right? They're brand new clients, so who are in the process of transforming their business right now. But you know, they were bleeding 5 members per week. How do we? I was telling them every single thing they needed to do in order to stop the bleeding and actually get new clients, because it's possible, right? Watch the YouTube video I just sent. It's possible without even advertising. It's possible. Plenty of my clients got their best year ever in 2020. But yet they were afraid, you know, they were just like hopeless, like, oh shit, yeah, we're just gonna wait for the lockdown to stop. And shit, yeah, fuck, I hope that in 1 month that lockdown is gonna be over and that our government is gonna stop with those lockdowns. Yeah, sure, that has been the case since March 2020 that we hear that, right? It has been a year now, right? And now we have new variants. Sure, we have a vaccine, but the vaccine is 60% efficient. And who knows for how long it's gonna continue, yeah? But yet they were like, oh, fuck, biting their nails and like, oh, we're bleeding 5 members per week and we're hopeless. Sure, you're hopeless if you rely on something that you don't have control over. If you can't control it, then it's hopeless, right? If you just for the government, it's hopeless. It's so stressful. Now, if you take control over the situation and, you know, you're like, okay, let me now just help my clients online, or let me help them outdoors, and also let me help them with their mindset and their accountability, and let's keep them accountable. And also let's help them with their stress and their sleeps and their hormone levels and also their nutrition. And let's show them how to cook and let's show them all those things, right? They needed a 1 hour conversation with Lauren 2 days ago now, so that they actually do it. Before that, they had everything they needed. They knew how to send those text messages. They knew how to do the one-on-one consultation. They went through the 27-hour training. They did role plays with me. They have the script, not just the cheat sheet, but the whole entire script. I think we have 30 pages for that script. They knew everything. They know how to coach people on their nutrition. We give everything they need. We provide everything they need to coach on nutrition. We provide everything they need on mindset. They were ready. They were not doing it. So if I explain the steps, I would say, you know, during a sales call, I would say, hey, Eric, the first step of the process, if let's say, you know, I would just teach that. I would, in fact, we teach way more with the program, but let's say I would just help you with that part, yeah? The first step, Eric, is that I'm going to show you how to help your clients with their nutrition and also how to keep them accountable and also how to help them with their mindset. Let's say your pain point is that it's hard with the lockdowns, so that we can keep helping your clients during the lockdowns so that they don't leave. Second step of the process, Eric, is that I would show you how to have one-on-one heart-to-heart conversation with your clients so that you get to know them better and so that you have a chance to upsell them, sure, for 20-25% of them. But for the rest, for the other 80% of them, at least it's going to be the first 1 hour one-on-one, you know, heart-to-heart consultation that you're going to have with them is going to stop the bleeding, Eric. And then the third step is that I'm going to show you the tech so that you reach out to your 200 members. You told me 200?
Yes, Eric? 200.
Reach out to your 200 members by text message automatically so that you don't do it manually. And then when everything is said, Eric, I'm confident, I'm 100% certain that I can help you retain 95% of your clients, just like all of my other clients did in 2020. They kept between 90 and 95% of their clients, but also they got a bunch of new ones. For instance, Dali, that went from 2K to 30K in 2020 in the midst of the global pandemic. Dali, that's the video I sent here, the YouTube video. If we go through those 3 steps, Eric, then I'm 100% confident that we're going to stop the bleeding and also get a bunch of new clients in the gym. I didn't speak about mindset here, yet I know that you might need some mindset help somewhere, like, you know, those clients needed the mindset help. I never told you that I would help you with mindset, but I know I will. You can't sell mindset, because if you say, hey, I'm gonna sell you mindset, then we're like, mindset? My mindset is great. I don't need that. No. Remove that. I don't want you to pay for that. My mindset is awesome. Well, if they say that, it means that their mindset is shit. If your mindset is right, you know that everybody needs mindset support.
Okay.
Right? If they said that they don't need mindset, it means that they are the ones that need the most mindset support. For instance, do you know Conor McGregor, Eric?
Yes.
Well, Conor McGregor, you know, he's paying $1 million a year to get Tony Robbins mindset support. Tony Robbins, if you want to work with him on a one-on-one level, it's $1 million a year. The ones that know that they need to work on their mindset are the ones that succeed, right? Yet, you can't sell that really. You can't say, I have a mindset coaching program and it's $350 a month. People will not want it. They're gonna say, no, thank you, Eric. I'm good. I don't need that. I just want the nutrition stuff, and I just want the exercising part. Exercising and nutrition. That's it. I don't want the mindset stuff. My mindset is awesome. They're gonna say, no, thank you. I don't want that. I don't want to pay for this. I don't need it. My mindset is awesome. Okay. You can't sell that. When you mention what your program is, you can't speak about mindset. Yet, it's going to be 80% of what you do. Does that make sense?
Great, thank you. Yes.
You can never say that you're going to do that, but in fact, it's going to be 80% of what you do. 80% mindset coaching, 20% strategies. Indratic, Fabio, John, we didn't hear from you. Any questions, any feedback, any worries, any concern? John, what do you
for me, I pretty much everything I like most of it, especially considering your first suggestion to me anyway was to go for more high ticket clients, which has actually been my goal and what I've been aiming to do. Because of what I already do is pretty much like a lot of my, especially my online clients. I've had some of my online clients for as long as 8 years, 9 years. So I was like paying a really close attention to the looking at different ways to do the upsells, especially like the 6-week challenge things. And I'm just sitting up here, just taking it all in and listening, and just thinking about different ways I can implement and add different things. But then more so, just perfecting my offer for the high ticket base that I'm looking to build.
Great. Yeah. It's about having a strong mindset yourself so that you can coach your clients with their mindset. It's about making sure that you follow a structure like this, you know, with your sales process. And it's about over delivering. If you can provide a 100% success rate, then you can charge whatever you want. And then you don't have any competition also. Because you're going to be the only, you have a studio also, yeah? You have online clients and also you have a studio. With your studio, you're going to be the only one in your city doing that. Indratic, Fabio?
So you speak with dollars and euros. In your opinion, so what's the ideal number for us here in Indonesia?
Yeah, of course you have to adjust to the cost of living, yeah? Yeah, adjust to the cost of living. What we can do, let's say, is, you know, if I use, I'm going to share my screen. If you use a website like Numbeo, I don't know how to pronounce it, numbeo.com. let's say I take Chicago. So that's the cost of living in Chicago, yeah. Then actually I can compare Chicago with Jakarta, let's say. So here we can see that local purchasing power in Chicago is 321% higher than in Jakarta. Meaning that I was speaking about $500 dollars, right? Here you need to do the math to adjust to that. So I think that here you would need to divide by 3, basically, a bit more, by 3.2. 500 divided by 3.2, that's $156 to adjust it to the cost of living. Double check this math, yeah? But basically that's the way you would do it.
Is that monthly or for 12 weeks?
Yeah, I consider the 500 program for 6 weeks as an upsell like Gary. You know, but basically, you have, if you do a program like this for 6 weeks as an upsell, 500 in Chicago is actually 156 in Jakarta. Then also do it for your own city. You know, just adjust to the cost of living. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Remy.
What's the average membership price at a CrossFit gym, let's say in Indonesia? Yeah.
I think about 100.
100 what?
$100.
$100, right?
Yes.
Well, in the US it's 150. So you have a 1.5 difference only, right?
Oh.
It's just 1.5 from 100 to 150, right? So it means that if I was saying 500 to Gary, for you, that's 500 divided by 1.5. That becomes $330.
300.
Adjust to the cost. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, for people in Europe or in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, US, you know, the price I was talking about, you can use that. Yeah. Maybe you're in New York or you're in San Francisco, you charge more. Maybe you're in London, you charge more. Maybe in Amsterdam, you charge a bit more. You know, adjust to the cost of living. But yeah, the price I talked about. Otherwise, if you're in Europe, in Australia, New Zealand, North America, you can use that. If you're in Indonesia, like Indratic, or if you're in South Africa, yes, you need to adjust a bit. Okay. All good for everybody? Should we wrap it up here? All right. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do the tech stuff tomorrow. Okay.